today we're going to be talking about Eddy Gordo on our 12-minute guide series. So I will have to say I think he's a pretty easy to medium character. The difficulty only comes with his stances, so definitely make sure you spend time with those, but for the most part he's a pretty easy character. So let's get straight into it. The first thing I want to talk about is his forward 3+4. As you see, it's a heat engager. Not only that, but it's only -9 on block, it's a mid, and it does chip damage. So this is actually a pretty good pressure tool. You can just do, you know, forward 3+4, and it has a lot of range, you know. So let me quickly show. So as you see, right, I think right here, you see that? Look at that. That's a whole lot of range. So realistically, you could just be from a distance just hitting this move, right? If it hits them on block, walk up just a little bit, do it again, you know? So not only that, once you get it the first time, you activate your heat. Now the next time, if you hit it, it's a full-on launcher. So I think this is up there as far as Eddy's moves, okay? The next move I want to talk about is back 3+4. Definitely similar, but this one, as you see, is a power crush heat engager. This one's a high, but you know, it's a power crush, so it will be able to absorb hits. And as you see on the bottom left, it's only -7. So in theory, you could just keep doing this move, right? If your opponent just keeps on blocking, or if you want to just interrupt their moves, you throw this out. As you see, it also wall splats, right? So the only thing you need to keep in mind is that when you do this move, it's a high, right? So if you do it 2 times in a row, there's a chance, depending on your opponent, that they will duck it the 3rd time, you know? So everybody's different. Some people actually try to look at what you're doing and then try to duck. But for the most part, you can just throw this out. Power crush, heat engager, and you have your mid heat engager. So you can do back 3+4 into forward 3+4. You see that? So yeah, I think those are both good tools you should utilize with Eddy Gordo. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is his full 4-3. So this low, as you see, goes into his negativa. Okay. And it's -13, and you're gonna see this common trend. The next couple moves I'm gonna show, they're all -13. A lot of Eddy's moves are kind of placed like that because he has a lot of damaging tools. His combos are a little bit less. They're not saying they're not good, but compared to the rest of the cast, his combos are less, I would say, reliable and high damaging. So a lot of his move set is what's creating the damage. So 4-4-3, as you see, +6 on block, and puts you into negativa, right? That is really good, okay? Because when you're in negativa, you can do it. You have 3-3, which gives you not only his Mendiga boost up, but it's also that low. You know, you also have 2-4-4, right? You also have 1, which is a low. You have 3, which is a low. You have 4, which is a mid. And that low and mid, you can stay in crouch. So when you hit 4, you can just hold down and stay in crouch. When you hit 3, you can stay in crouch as well. Those 2 moves from his negativa stance. You also have 3+4, which is a launcher, and a flip over move. And I'll show more of that throughout the rest of this video. So the main reason why the 4-4-3 is so good is because the counter hit property. So as you see, +15, right? So you're wondering, what can you get? So you have his crouch grab, which activates heat as well. So that's your 3rd heat engager. And also, you see that? So let's see if we can get that one more time. There we go. 3 hit, 50 damage heat engager. That's your 4th heat engager. So you see how these moves kind of can flow into each other? I think if you use it like this, you'll understand why it's really good. So because he goes into negativa, even on counter hit, that 4-3 will come out, right, and give you that extension. So when you have heat already, then it becomes a launcher like that, you know, and do whatever you like to do. So I've been using that online. It's very good. And like I said, it's only minus 13, so it's definitely a really good tool. You know, the punish you're gonna get won't be that damaging compared to most of the casts won't. I think Kazuya can maybe punish this with twin pistons, but majority of the casts won't be able to do too much. You'll get hit with a little 25 damage or so in return, which, you know, that's fine by me. Okay. So those are your two options, right? After you do the 4-4-3, you can go for the crouch grab, right, which they can't break and will give you heat, or you can go for the Negativa 4-3. Okay. Next, you have another move that's kind of similar, down 4-3. So as you see, it's also minus 13 on block, right? But the reason why this move is so good is because not only on counter hit, it gives you a crouch grab also. So, and since it's only minus 13, a lot of people might not even punish this actually because of the way it looks. I've noticed a lot of Eddy's moves, and you guys will too, a lot of it doesn't have pushback or telltale signs that it's negative. Usually negative moves have a pushback or some type of like oomph to it. A lot of his moves are kind of just fluid, they kind of just flow, so he kind of just keeps going, you know. That's Eddy's style, so people might miss these things until they learn that these are negative, right? And the reason why this move is so good, it doesn't even have to be counter hit. So let me see if I can get this. You see? Look at that. So on regular hit, it guarantees you a crouch grab. On regular hit. So this means you can just keep doing down 4, right? And if they press a button, if they move, if they crouch, it's guaranteed. It doesn't even have to be counter hit. Just if they do anything, pretty much, they will get hit for a guaranteed crouch grab. So I think it's a really good move. I've gotten so many people with the move, honestly. So the fact that you can just do down 4, kind of just mix it up, right? And you can stay in crouch. As you see, you can just hold down and stay in crouch and go for more mix-ups. +6 on block, and it does chip damage. So that's how dirty Eddy's mix-ups can be. You can do a low, hold crouch, boom, now you're +6, right, with the mid option, you know. So yeah, that's another good move I would also use as well from his crouching state. Okay. Another move you have, it's also minus 13. Up forward 3+4. Okay. So like I said, down 4-3, minus 13. You know, 4-4-3 is also minus 13. So you see the trend, they're all about minus 13. So it's kind of a guessing, right? If the opponent does not guess correctly and think like, oh, is this possibly negative? A lot of these moves are going to slide under the radar for you, right? So the reason why this up 4-3 is so good, all that is guaranteed, all of it. So you can do up 4-3, down 4-3, run up, down 4-4. So if you do it fast enough, you see that? You don't want to run up too close because the opponent will get up. So you have to just walk a little bit and kick, and that's all guaranteed. It doesn't matter if they roll, back roll, side roll, it's guaranteed. As long as you do it within the right time, right? So you can also do 4-4-4, go in a handstand, walk up. You can also do down 4-3 as another option, but the best is clearly down 4-3, walk up, and then crouch, right? If you time that last low kick correctly, right? So as you see, I'm making sure all these moves I'm telling you, they all blend well together, right? Down 4-3, 4-4-3, up 4, right? And they're all around the same amount of frames. The thing I wanted to show with that up 4-3-4 from earlier, it's actually a launcher when you're at a certain angle at the wall, right? So if you do up 4-3, you know, you do that down 4. So you see that how they can pick up? So you can actually do back 3-3 and get a full launch. That's crazy, right? So yeah, this move is really good. If you ever see your opponent not punishing this move, keep doing it. So the next thing I'm gonna talk about, what you guys have all seen, is his 3-3-3-3-3. Yes. So if you hit 3-3, it puts him to handstands, and that's safe, right? And when you're in handstands, you hit 3-3-3, puts you into Negativa, right? And when you're in Negativa, you can also do 3-3. which is a low, high, and it gives you his boost up. So let's think about that. All with one button. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Look at that. That's a lot of damaging hits, okay? With one single button, you have a full mix-up. Yeah. So that's what I mean by Eddy's a little bit more on the easier side. You can't really just mix up people with one button, you know, unless you do like a 50-50, I guess, like doing 4-4-2 into 4-4-2, because they think you might do like a low if you're a Kazi or one of the Mishimas, right? But look at that. This one button, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. All that. This one button. So keep that in mind. If you ever want to just do something a little basic, just do that, right? Put you in the handstands, 3, 3, 3. Put you in the Mandinga, 3, 3. And now you have the boost up. So I think that's also really good. You can still use that for a while. So yeah, really good, really good. When it comes to his punishments, he doesn't really have, I feel like, nothing too crazy. So his 10 frame is 1, 2. His 12 frame is 2, 3, which puts him to handstands as well, right? And when you're in handstands, you have the 3, 3, like I mentioned, which puts them into the stance, the negativa stance, sorry. You have 4, which you can keep hitting, right? It's safe on block, and on counter hit, knocks down, and you get a guaranteed 1, which puts you into negativa. So that's the hard part, remembering that all these moves, which moves go into his stances and how to use it, right? Once you get that down, Eddy is very easy, very fluid and fun to use, right? Also in the handstands, he has 2, 3, which gives him his power up as well. And then you also have back 3, which is like a back sway. So if they throw out a move, it will probably whiff, and then he would hit with that button. So those quickly, just to show you, those are options in handstands. I think pretty simple, right? You know, you can kind of just, if you wanted to, do 3, 3, get the mix-ups, walk up, block, all right? So, oh, another main thing to remember, you cannot block when you're in handstands, right? So you have to make sure to do an attack, like 3 to get you out, or just sit down into negativa, because you can block when you're in this negativa stance on the ground, okay? And I did that in the combo, if you didn't see, right? This back one, the reason why it's so good is because it tracks to both sides. Whoops. As you see, tracks to both sides. Really good. So another extension of this, right? So when you're in crouch, you have rising 4, you have 1, 4, which is only -7, and that's a filler in most of his combos. A lot of his combos, you're going to do back 1 into rising 1, 4. Okay, so always remember that this back 1 is really good, right? It's only -7 on block, it tracks to both sides, and it puts you into crouch for mix-ups. So it's up to you, right? And you can also poke with down forward 1, you know, back 1 over and over, down 3, hold crouch. So I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of my content. Definitely leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.